Mayor, Council, my name is Larry Benge. I have a degree in architecture and I'm an affiliate with the Masters of Urban Design program out of UBC, as well as being co-chair of the Coalition of Vancouver Neighborhoods. I'm here today in support of one of our members, the Chinatown Action Group, as well as others in the Chinatown community who are opposed to this rezoning. The coalition does not support this rezoning for the reasons given by many of the preceding speakers. I'll just be brief. The proposed units will not be affordable to those in the community who are being displaced, who are most in need. It will, by its nature, promote additional loss of affordability in the community, displacing vulnerable citizens and the affordable, culturally appropriate businesses they depend on. Lack of any architectural detail, texture, or character that would tie it to its location as a part of Chinatown. This building could be pretty much anywhere in the world. It shows a total lack of respect for its site adjacent to culturally important and significant elements such as the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Gardens and the War Memorial. Its height is inappropriate to the site and to the Chinatown district and is another unfortunate example of an attempt to open up the area to tower development not in keeping with the character of Chinatown. Its massing is also much larger and denser than average buildings in the area. Those are reasons. But I'd also like to kind of make some general comments on the process because that's where my interest lies. I'm just curious why elder Chinese or anyone who comes to this hearing who needs a translator is not given additional time, at least the 8 minutes that an organization has, because their time is essentially halved. They have half the time of anybody else who speaks because the other half is taken up with translation. I think that's something that absolutely has to be addressed at these kinds of hearings. I think it's totally disrespectful to people who need translation services. I also want to clarify that when people are opposed to a project such as this, which includes social housing, it doesn't mean that those people are against social housing. It means they're against the type of development that is being proposed. If people are opposed to a rezoning that is, in essence, a redevelopment, that doesn't mean that people are against redevelopment or intensification of activity, additional units in the area, things like that. I think that gets lost sometimes. Also, if the consultation process that the city uses in terms of these kinds of projects were successful, you certainly wouldn't have over 200 speakers coming to a public hearing to speak either in opposition or in favor of them. You would probably have a much more smooth running and quicker process. I'd just like to, I've got about a minute. I want to close with a quote from Andy Yan, who is one of our more astute urbanists in the area, who just wrote an article about this development, and he closed with this statement. The city of Vancouver needs a bespoke urbanism that is tailored to what makes Vancouver neighborhoods livable, sustainable, and inclusive in terms of diversity, scale, and neighborliness. Great cities and their neighborhoods are created slowly over time. This type of city building is not fast and easy, but moderate and deliberate. Rezoning with little regard to social, cultural, and economic context and consequences should be rejected. Vancouver needs a new type of city building that celebrates and supports the diverse histories and communities that made this city great. This should begin in Chinatown. Thank you.